She's got great chat.
I was coming back here to tell you I loved you.
I licked her tit or whatever.
You know, got quicksand. It's like the equivalent, it's made out of dicks.
It's banter. I'm a mommy.
Mommy?
I'm a mom.
Mamacita.
Mommy.
Like a mom of what? A dog?
Are you joking? You are a liar, actress. So it's crazy.
First things first, banning gherkins and all McDonald's burgers. And if you still are eating those gherkins, grow up, because they're minging.
Hello and welcome to She's Got the Chat. I am Mara.
And I am Ari.
We're here to give you your Love Island Australia breakdown.
Yeah.
I know. It's funny talking about this, like, so after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
I was making the outline for this and I was going through their Instagram and looking at all of the clips that they posted so I could get the right order and like the right moments and things like that. And I kind of changed my mind about how I felt about some of the Islanders actually from watching it.
Oh, fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I've changed my mind about how I feel about all of them with the time that has passed into a big fat I don't care about any of them.
Pretty much, yes. Yeah.
Like, it felt big when it was happening, and now I'm kind of like, you're not
Yeah.
Rob. None of you are Rob Roush. So why would I give a shit?
Honestly, and that's the truth, Ari, and that's the truth, because I don't really feel super compelled to follow up with any of the Islanders. None of them I feel like I have a strong connection with whatsoever.
No, I just saw that Sharn moved to the Goldie and her and Ross aren't doing long distance anymore, and I was like,
Sharn and Ross are still together, and Kai and Yana are still together.
yeah.
I think that's it.
Kai and Yana are my conspiracy theory is that they orchestrated this.
I kind of agree.
And regardless of if they orchestrated it or not, I think that actually the fact that they won, not that I really wanted any of the other couples in the final to win, but the fact that they won, I'm just so then what's the point of the show? They're literally a couple that just got back together. And it's not even a really good Australia example is Mitch and Tina, right? They are an original Love Island couple. Sure, they came on the show and got back together, but it's not like they were just a random couple that quote unquote broke up and then went on the show and got back together and won. Their relationship was formed on camera. We saw it. And so I feel like them winning was a huge bummer, but also I didn't want any of the other couples to win either. So
100%. 100%. I completely agree. It's we didn't really get to see the genesis of their relationship. We just got to see the back half of it, really.
The back
whatever.
Moment of it compared to how long they'd been together before, which was a few years, right?
Yeah, they were together for 5 years.
They were together for 5 years?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
Which is I'm going to Google it, but I'm pretty sure. Okay. How long were Kai and Yana together before Love Island? That's the first thing that pops up.
I feel like they're just too young for that.
Well, I think that's what I kept thinking when I was watching the show. I was like, it sounds like they were in high school when they first started dating.
I'm asking Logan.
Oh. Okay. I think I am wrong. A year and a half?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. A year and a half then. I don't know why I thought it was 5 years.
Yeah, there's no way they would have been literally in middle school. They would have been fetuses.
I mean, that's why I was really astounded by the relationship. I was like, wow, this is high school sweetheart shit.
No. That's not the vibe I got at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk about it. We literally haven't even gotten into it. Let's talk about things other than Love Island Australia, and then we'll tell you all of our negative and maybe a positive here or there feeling about Kai and Yana.
Yes.
About Yana specifically, not about Kai.
First up, we're going to discuss Nick and Natalie and the Austin drama.
Well, I wanted to go a little bit further back than that because they keep stepping in it. So, there have been multiple things that have happened that they're getting shit on for. The first that I remember is they told the story of flying. First of all, if you're living under a rock and you don't know who this is, Nick Viall was on The Bachelorette twice, and then he was The Bachelor, and then he was also on Bachelor in Paradise, and now he has like his podcasting like kingdom, or so he thinks. And he did the reunion for Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 2. He's a generally hated but unfortunately very successful internet person who has a much younger wife. I think she's like 26, but they started dating when she was like literally 19. I think they came out with it when she was 21, but he's like a good 20 years older than her.
So gross. But does this give me hope for me and Rob?
Mara.
Just kidding.
That's literally horrifying.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. It's very much just a joke. No, I agree. It's Nick and 20 years is insane.
20 years is one thing if you're like 40 and 60, but 20 and 40, no.
40 and 60 is crazy.
40 and 60. I mean, yeah, 20 years is a lot no matter what. But I feel like they have tried to justify it by being like, oh, well, she was like a model. And so she moved out of her house when she was 16. So she's like so mature for her. They always do that. She's so mature for her age. Do you know what it reminds me of? I'm about to go see all of my college girly pops for Elise and Tati's 30th birthday, and there's this song that we were obsessed with in college that's so fucked up that Tyga wrote about Kylie Jenner.
Oh, what song is it?
Stimulated. Let me read you the lyrics. They say she young, I should have waited. She a big girl dog when she stimulated.
Ew. Ugh. Yuck.
Anyway, we just started talking about that song because we were talking about what we wanted to sing at karaoke, and I was like, yeah, that was fucked up. And now I'm thinking about all of the other predatory relationships all around us, like Mara being obsessed with Rob.
Oh my God. That was just a joke. It's fine.
Okay. So first thing that happened, not the first thing, but in kind of this chain of annoyances, the first thing that they did is they talked about this flight that they were on. And I want to say it was something like they were both in aisle seats or something. And Natalie had River, their daughter, and they were like trying to get somebody to switch. No. They were trying to get somebody to switch into a middle seat. They were like one of them was in a middle seat and then the other one was in an aisle seat. Something like that. And they were like so pissed that nobody would switch with them, and they were like proudly boasting about this. And Nick was talking about how he told Natalie, he was texting Natalie and was like, just like make River cry, like make it miserable for them. And it's like, you just should have booked the seats that you fucking wanted.
Yeah. Wait, so they were in like what, a middle and a
they were not sitting next
something?
to each other. They weren't sitting next to each other. One of them was in the middle, and they were trying to get somebody to switch into the middle.
Switching it, that's the part that's confusing to me, because then that would imply that it would be like Nick, random person, Natalie.
No, you're right. No, well, they were not next to each other. But also Nick, random personality, that's always how I book tickets. This is a life hack. If you are able to choose your seats when you're booking and you're booking with your partner or your friend, you should always book the aisle and the window. And then if somebody sits in the middle, they'll always be happy to switch with you. But if the plane is like not fully full, then usually you get a whole aisle.
Interesting.
Hold on, I'm going to figure this out.
Okay. I just feel like in general, that's just rude of them.
Yes.
To try to get a random person to sit in the middle of a couple. Just fucking sit in the middle.
No. They do. Okay. Okay.
And a situation happened.
Really bad for you because
we were traveling from the lake back to LA.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. And we have to do a connecting flight because the lake house is in the middle of nowhere. So we fly into Denver, and our first flight is delayed. We're sitting on the aircraft at two middle seats separated from each other.
Two middle seats.
Traveling
Whoa.
with River and from each other. I have River with me. The plane starts boarding. A man comes and sits beside me. He sits at the window, and I'm like, do you want to switch with my husband? He's like, no. And the second one comes, and I'm like, maybe I need to Listen, I know this is like the least desirable ask, and I'm so sorry. My husband is 2 rows behind me, also in a middle seat. Would any part of you want to switch with him? I know it's like does not sound good at all. I just wanted to ask. Take some time to think about it. And he's like, okay. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I've had a long travel week, and I'd really prefer the aisle. And I was like, okay. So anytime I had put on, I think it was like Little Mermaid or something for River on the screen. And anytime they would announce something over the intercom, obviously the screen stops playing the movie. And River would be like, mama. And she'd kind of get upset. And I would just kind of like let her.
I see this wedding ring. I'm like, dude, bro, like, here's an opportunity to just, you can feel good about yourself. You can feel like you did a kindness for someone else. You drew the unlucky straw sitting next to a mom with a child. And you have an opportunity, yeah, it's a middle seat, but now you get to feel like the hero for the day. So I'm texting Natalie. I'm like, make his life miserable. I'm like, just let her go. Just let her, I don't care.
Let her rip.
Let her fucking go nuts. I'm just enraged by, I'm assuming the flying as we all.
There you go.
Okay, couple things. A, if they had booked these tickets, why did they book 2 middle seats? Unless it was last minute, that's the only benefit of the doubt I'm going to give them. Let's say this was a Southwest flight, which Denver very well may have been.
Right.
Then that is on them for
No.
not getting...
I definitely was not.
What?
I wasn't a Southwest flight because she said that she was sitting there and the guy came and sat in the window and she asked him. He said no. Then the guy came and sat on the aisle and she said no. What? They would have just sat next to each other if there had been those seats available.
You're right. Okay, so then they booked it 2 middle seats.
Or they just didn't choose a seat assignment and then decided to be absolute fucking assholes. Also, the other thing that's crazy about it is that they specifically were having Natalie ask. She said, my husband is sitting 2 rows behind me. So they're asking, will you sit 2 rows back in a middle seat? Like, why didn't they even consider Nick asking, not that would have been that much better, but what the fuck?
Yeah. That's just... I just feel like that's coming from such a place of entitlement and oh, it'll work out for me because everything always does. It's like, okay, well,
you get to feel like the hero for a day. Make his let her rip. Make his life miserable.
If you're buying, if it were me, would I do it? I probably would because I'm a nice person. But if I really was I don't want to fucking switch and I want this aisle or whatever, I wouldn't I paid for that seat. I'm entitled to my spot.
I would have been kind of shocked at the audacity to even ask. And Denver to LA is not a short flight. It's probably 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 1. By the way, the reason that there is music in the background is because I refuse to give them the stream, so I'm just going to be playing TikToks of other people who
I love that.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately,
this one is about Christmas.
Unfortunately, a little disappointed on Christmas morning. I woke up here. River's obviously awake. It's me, Nick, River. Nick's parents come out. Where's everybody at, And they're like, oh, yeah, someone's in the shower. A couple people are getting ready for church. I'm like, what do you guys mean getting ready for church? They're like, yeah, we're going to go to the 9 o'clock service. We're going to leave here in about 10 minutes. So no one's going to come and open their gifts? It's we'll do it when we get back. We'll just kind of sprinkle them in throughout the day. Okay, well, I guess y'all have fun. Then a couple people come in and then they're like, I guess we'll just scramble some egg. Everyone just want a big batch of scrambled eggs. I'm like, oh God, that's what we're doing. It's I'm like, what? Where is the Christmas magic and the joy? And I'm like, Nick, what is this? And he's like, listen, we just got to make it happen. He's like, guys, we're not doing eggs. Let's do something special. Pancakes? Should we make pancakes? A waffle? Waffle bar? Something. Chocolate chip pancakes. Freshly squeezed orange juice. Wow. But still, everyone kind of just trickled in throughout the day and would open their presents.
I realized this is, and I guess I'm only one, but it is the product of this is we, Natalie and I are trying to start our traditions, and this is we were at the lake house last year. We were the old place. And then it was just me and my parents and Natalie's mom. And so we did exactly that.
Okay, this was, I'm 99% sure, at their lake house. So they're literally hosting.
Wow. So they're complaining about the fact
she's complaining about her husband's family.
Right. Not doing Christmas the way she wanted to do Christmas.
They also complained about their family. I don't know if it was this podcast or another one where Nick was like, I make us food like I do, and everyone like sat around to eat. Like, no, I just cooked for me and Natalie and River. Like, he didn't want to like share the food that he made with the rest of his family, and they're saying this online.
That's weird. That's entitled as fuck. He's got a big ass family too. He's one of like a million kids.
Yes, he has like 20 million siblings. Okay, this is all literally just leading up to the Austin thing. Did you hear about the Whitney Levitt situation?
I heard about it. I don't know too much about it though.
Okay,
I just heard there was
play
an issue.
that.
How is she managing? Like,
so this was when Whitney got on she's Roxy Hart on Broadway, a la Ariana.
Yes,
which they announced
and
right after the
Lisa
Dancing with
Rinna
the Stars. Really?
Yes.
Wasn't Eminem, was Roxy Hart.
Exactly.
Wasn't Eminem, comma. Okay, listen.
How is she managing, like, prioritizing being a mom and her kids, who I imagine have some sort of schedule and routine that, like, you know, and I know their home base was Utah, so it's like, I just am so curious. 3. I'm just so curious, like, how that.
I mean, it's on very stay-at-home.
Yeah.
Also, I mean,
to Natalie's point, Whitney has gone from, all right, we're going to uproot our life. We're moving to LA. We're going to do Dancing with the Stars. And then now we're going to uproot our life. We're going to go to New York. We're going to do Broadway. It's a lot for all of them. I mean, it's yet to their credit. I mean, I am curious how they're making it all work.
but even to Natalie's point, I'm like, even if it's like a month, 2-month run, like she's still going to have 8 to 10 shows a week.
And then she's also like rehearsal. You know, I feel like they're just, even
You get like one day off.
manage. Obviously, we have we're very busy. We're constantly on the go. We don't have, you know, she's not in school or anything yet, so we're still able to do that. But we realize, like, once she is in school, our life has to drastically slow down, you know? And it's like, I just can't imagine what is going through Whitney's head of like, I'm finally getting like everything I've ever wanted in my life. And it's obviously happening at a time where like she's got 3 kids who I'm sure like demand her attention just as much as Roxy Hart in Dancing with the Stars does. So it's just like fascinating how everyone manages it all.
Not the parent judgment. Oh my God.
So everyone needs to hold them accountable that when River is old enough to be in school, they better not be traveling or taking any work opportunities out of LA or doing anything to disrupt River's schedule. Connor is a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. Also, like, they can afford a nanny if they need one.
It's her fucking life. It's her career.
Yeah, right.
What, like,
Right.
everyone was like, would you be saying this about a man? And it's like the most stereotypical response to mom shaming. But like, it's really hard to imagine that they would.
Yeah, I agree. If the shoe was on the other foot, it wouldn't be a complaint. If Nick was doing this, it would not be a question.
Nick did do Dancing with the Stars, and let's say that he hadn't had that opportunity, and yeah, he had it now that he was a dad. You think he would say no?
Right? No, he would not. He would, of course, do it. Also, like, just as a lay person, as a fellow theater girly, if I had the opportunity to do a short stint on Broadway, I'm pretty sure Lucas would be down to move heaven and fucking earth to make that happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a dream. That's like no other opportunity will ever come this way. Ever.
Yeah.
You do whatever you can to make that kind of thing happen.
It's her dream, 100%. And then I'm pretty sure that Connor posted a TikTok in response to this with him like dancing to one of the songs with the kids and was like, we can't wait for our mom to teach us the real dance.
That's so cute.
And it's like, fuck off. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. Like, you should want to show your kids that you can do it all, that you can have kids and a family, and you can achieve your dreams. They will get to brag about that for the rest of their life.
100%. How cool for them to go see their mom in a show.
Exactly. Like, this is not going to be like, my mom was too busy for me being Roxy Hart on stage for 2 months. 2 months of my entire life.
If
you know
anything,
what I mean?
being an influencer and a TikToker and doing these kinds of short-term gigs, in addition to that, you are spending, at least you have the opportunity to spend more time with your kid than any other person ever that works any other job. Like,
exactly.
The privilege of that, and the privilege of them also having jobs like that and not having to work a 9 to 5 or like rely on childcare, whatever, is like so astounding.
Yep.
Okay. So that lays all of the groundwork. That is all the things that I have seen and been hating them for leading up to what I'm about to play for you, which is them interviewing Austin Kroll from Southern Charm. He has talked pretty extensively on the show, as has his family, about the tragedy that happened when he was a kid, in which his sister passed away.
Right.
And we'll just listen and then discuss.
About your sister passing at 9.
Okay, we are switching gears.
Sorry. And you obviously don't have to answer if you don't. My question is, how old were you when that happened?
7.
You were 7.
Yeah.
How did your family keep, because you're obviously so close to your family today, your parents and Katie. How did your family keep y'all together during that time?
One word: Katie.
Really?
I'm such a big believer in, so much of our success in life has to do with our resiliency, our ability to get over adversity. But I have been grateful and lucky that I've never experienced anything tragic.
Yeah.
And as a new dad, now he knows, like, I have a hard time watching like TV shows and content where like something bad happens to kids, especially as a new dad. So like to hear that story, so much like just admiration and respect to your family to get through that, because truly the moments like that sometimes can have a very dark domino effect on so many lives.
If I wasn't there, it would have been far darker, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's
were you there when she fell?
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
What was this cliff?
See, to talk about, the town, it just got, wiped off the map by a hurricane, and there was no love lost with my family on that one. So I won't even say the name of the town for terms of
your childhood. I didn't know.
It's Asheville, North Carolina.
It's
not wiped off it's like not wiped off the face of the earth. It's still there.
Maybe he means like the trail that they were on. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
But clearly he doesn't want to talk about it. Well, what I was going to say is that number one, for her to start this all off by saying, I didn't know that this happened.
Right.
Why are you interviewing someone when you haven't watched their show?
It's the first thing that comes up pretty much when you Google Austin.
You Google him, or you watch, like, it's one of, he
Watch
talks
the show.
about it on the show.
Like multiple times.
Why are you getting this interview?
Yeah. Also, Ari, imagine that you're sitting down with a client and you say to them after they've just shared a trauma, I'm so glad that hasn't happened to me.
I would have a hard time even watching that in a show as a new dad.
But I'm so glad that this trauma that happened to you hasn't happened to me. That's crazy. That's crazy work.
And then, were you there?
Mm-hmm.
What was this cliff?
What was this cliff?
What is this podcast?
Right. What is this podcast?
What the fuck? And you mentioned this as well when you told me that you watched this clip. He is like shaking his, like, he is obviously visibly so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And for her to say, you obviously don't have to answer if you don't want to. And then plow forward.
Exactly.
Dude, what about like asking him before you interview him, like, are you comfortable talking about this?
Mm-hmm.
What about when he is so visibly uncomfortable cutting it the fuck out of the podcast?
Correct. I feel like this was so careless on so many levels.
It really was. Okay, so I haven't even seen this, but when I Googled or when I searched on TikTok, Nick and Natalie Austin, something came up of Natalie responding to the backlash that they got. Shall we listen?
Yes.
We could lose the bet in 2026.
Viall's Plus is available. It's rocking and rolling. And now all of your Viall Foul episodes
What?
are ad-free. I'm extraordinary.
I think we could lose the bet in 2026.
Viall's Plus.
Wait, what the fuck is this?
That sounds like an ad.
Oh, somebody commented, when did she respond? And this person responded, her response was not responding. Oh, to all the comments that people have left on their social media along with the 2 episodes that they've done. Okay, never mind. But they have said that they like don't read negative feedback. And it's just so interesting because like it's your job. We read negative feedback and like this is barely our job. It's really just like our side passion project. But
Very
like
much.
if I was like your principal, well, I know that we have feelings.
You can use my supervisor. You can use my principal as an example.
If I
That's
was
fine.
your superior at your job, but I came to you and I said, your students have A, B, and C negative feedback about you, would you just be like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't engage with negative feedback?
Right.
Like,
no.
what?
You have to. Yeah, like I mean, I get evaluated multiple times throughout the school year by my supervisors at work.
Same.
And it's like we have to tell them what we're working on, and then they'll give us feedback and what we can work on and how we can be better, because the point is to get better at your job. If you don't take feedback, you do not improve.
Yeah.
Ever. That's just across the board, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
It's just a bummer. And like, I know that even us sitting here and talking about them is giving them air, but like, unfortunately, he has created somewhat of a podcast empire, which is what I think I meant to say before, not a podcast kingdom, but
Kingdom.
They do get a lot of really big interviews with a lot of reality stars. And I just want to encourage people to maybe only watch these clips on TikTok and not the Viall Files TikTok. I was just watching these on Trish Bean. Thank you, Trish Bean, a random TikToker who posts the most egregious content. There's actually this one woman who I'm obsessed with who does reviews as well of their Ask Nick episodes.
I know who you're talking about. Yes, I love that. She's good at it.
She is so good at it. I think that I watched one today so I can find her and shout her out. Like, there are other ways to like critically engage with their content, but like, let's maybe not continue to support people who make their money this way. Like, what the fuck?
Agreed. And also, like, just as remember when we did the recap pod of like all the podcasts of season 6?
Yes.
And I had to listen to all the Nick Viall ones.
I do remember that.
It was atrocious. It was just, it's a bad show just in general.
Yeah.
So
the woman on TikTok is Glostonbury. It's GLOSSTONBURY. I highly recommend. She always says that she hate listens and then tells us the parts that she hates the most, and then at the end she goes, I trust that was helpful, because it'll be things like, I am, 30, I'm a 35-year-old woman and I don't know if I want to have kids, and I feel like my time is running out. And his advice will be like, well, I have a kid and it is so meaningful and I have found true happiness. He said that, the one that I listened to today, she said that somebody called in and was like, my husband is like really struggling with his mental health. He has like depression and anxiety and OCD, and it's been really challenging on our relationship. First of all, why are you calling Nick? But anyway, and Nick was like, well, I've achieved all of my dreams, and you just have to ride with the highs and lows of life. And when things are high, don't get too cocky.
God damn it. Yeah, he can't even take that advice. He's so cocky. I'll just never get over. I know that this is the way that he centers himself 100% of the time. He when I was the Bachelor, everyone, he does it to everyone about everything.
I can't get over him saying, I'm so glad that tragedy that happened in your life hasn't happened to me.
It's the most disgusting thing you could say to someone. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Wow.
Tune out of them. Tune into us, baby.
Tune into us. If any of his previous guests are listening to our show right now, please come on our show. We will handle you with care.
I saw an interview with Caroline, who was that her name? I don't remember her last name, but she was a traitor on maybe last season of Traitors.
Oh yeah, Carolyn Weiger.
Right? Wait, is that the one?
Yeah.
Was she like the white one with all the tattoos?
Yes. She was on Viall. Yes, she was talking shit about them too.
She was talking shit about them. She said that he left like 15 minutes into the interview for a flight, and then his producers continued to interview her.
Yes.
Go on a different show.
I know, they like scheduled it. She didn't want to do it. People were like pushing her to do it. She goes, and then they're like, I don't have that much time. Like, that's crazy. That's so rude.
So rude.
God.
So, yeah. I mean, I would also suggest if you are a reality TV star listening to this show and you get asked to go on, just say no. Like, people are going to listen to your episode no matter where you are. You're going to get exposure no matter what podcast you go on. Certainly some have more reach than others, but like, it's like us being responsible consumers and not shopping at Target right now or whatever it might be. Like, put your money where your mouth is. And like, if you don't want to feed into that shit and or you don't want to be grilled about your dead sister and asked what was this cliff, choose a different podcast and people will listen. You have a lot of power of like choosing to also bring influence and exposure to people whose points of view and work you feel aligned with.
Period. Yep.
Speaking of, how do we
No, this is a great segment. Speaking of people who are not doing the internet well right now, Anton Danyluk from season 5 of Love Island UK
and Love Island All-Star season
2.
Yeah.
He's having a weird moment on Instagram.
It's giving Josh from Love Island USA and Love Island.
I know,
Games.
but it's honestly worse because he's using like AI images a lot.
Okay.
So he is posting all this stuff about weight loss. He's obviously trying to like sell whatever weight loss journey he's hawking.
That's the part of it that's giving Josh is like let me help women lose weight. Like, bleh.
Yeah. One of the most recent things he posted was after the All-Stars cast was announced and Belle was in the OG cast in the starting lineup. He posted, "My ex is back. So what does that mean for me?" Did you not see this?
I just got to chill. I did not see that. All that I saw was the one about like how to be a good boyfriend during different phases of her menstrual cycle.
We'll get to that. That's not even the only one about women's menstrual cycles.
That's so fucked up. Wait,
isn't that fucked up? Like they weren't even dating. They were just fucking co-stars, basically, right? Like, and then it's like Love Island All-Stars lineup announced, and Belle was there. And then he uses this AI image of him in an airport. Look at this, Ari. He's shirtless in an airport in his bathing suit. It says, "I've spoken openly since my last show about never doing reality TV again. So naturally, people have been asking, does this change anything? First of all, I want to wish Belle nothing but that." Like, he just goes on to be like, as for me, and then he just is like, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm selling, and here's how you can buy it. And it's just like, what the fuck? You guys aren't even friends. Like, did you get permission?
What the fuck?
And then, yes, and then there's, of course, I can't with the menstrual cycle ones, the menstrual phase.
My ex is back. I thought that this was a weight loss thing, and she posted a photo of her back.
Oh, that would have been worse, but this was still pretty bad.
Still really bad. As for me, this changes absolutely nothing. Why post?
Exactly. Also, menstrual phase, men, compassion level, maximum, apologize preemptively. Woman, I'm not angry, I'm just bleeding and tired.
No, I'm fucking angry at you.
I'm bleeding and tired.
I'm bleeding, tired, and angry. Fuck off, Anton.
Oh my God. Okay. You can, and then you can speak freely again. New energy, new plans, new me. This is for the follicular phase.
Dude, wait, okay, so that's the one that does not have the AI of him and his Love Island couples, right?
No, so we can talk about that. So then that one also, the song is Bleeding Love.
No.
Keep bleeding.
dying. Okay, the caption is, what better way to explain the menstrual cycle than through my Love Island couplings?
I'm sorry, I'm crying.
Wait, that's such a good
crazy.
Literally, what better way?
What better way?
I don't know, maybe like from a woman.
like also how she acts, moody, emotional, and sensitive.
And these are fake, these are AI photos.
Right.
Okay, so menstrual phase, how she acts. This is him and Georgia Harrison. Moody, emotional, sensitive. How the man should act, gentle, patient, supportive. And then at the bottom it says, just be nice. Groundbreaking. Next, follicular phase. This is a fucking fake photo of Hannah.
Yeah.
How she acts, fun, energetic, playful. How the man should act. Match her energy. Be fun. Engage. Hannah commented on this and said, Anton, I'm fucking howling. Whose face is that? Because it's not mine.
Messy Mitch commented saying, Anton, bro, this ain't it.
Good for you, Messy Mitch.
I know, for real.
Anton, somebody said, I really like a lot of your posts, but did you ask Belle if it was okay to compare her to the luteal face? Bloated, mood swings, hangry, ...
Oh my God. Also, like, in the last one, comment menstrual for my free guide. Respectfully, Anton, why would I be taking menstrual advice from a man?
For my free guide. Ovulation phase. This is Anna. How she acts. Confident, assured, flirty. How the man should act. Confident. Compliment. Stay present. And then at the bottom it says, don't fumble. Which is giving like she's going to want to fuck during this phase. Don't fuck it up.
Yes, exactly.
Luteal phase. Anton and Belle. How she acts. Intense, honest, low patience. Oh my God, I hate him so much. Wait, did you see the last photo? Oh, it's not even, it's just a drawing. I mean, it's obvious.
Oh yeah, the AI. Yeah, I know. Menstrual cycle training and nutrition guide. Anton, babe, what's happening?
Somebody says, are you genuinely okay?
Okay, I know. I'm asking myself the same question. I just can't believe you put it to bleeding love. Like, woo!
I'm sorry, it is giving Josh. I kind of think it's giving Josh.
It is definitely.
It's just like the actual worst trajectory in life to go from Love Island to being a white man to going on Love Island to being a women's health coach on Instagram.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Stay the fuck away from that life path and from anyone who has had that path.
Yes. Okay. We are like 40 minutes into this episode. I'm just chatting. I know. Okay. So one quick last thing to just touch on. There's been a lot of speculation that India and Dami have broken up. I will say we still actually have not gotten confirmation about that. However,
no, I think we did. A rep for him put out a statement.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Pretty sure.
I know that India, there was like a video circulating of her kissing another guy. She put up a statement saying like, I own what I did and blah, blah, blah.
And I will not be commenting further.
Yeah. So like, yes, I'm assuming they broke up and that is very sad. I'm wondering when the cheating happened. I'm wondering if the cheating led to the breakup.
Yes.
Or if they broke up and then she quote unquote cheated.
No, this was from an event in the beginning of December. The video of her making out with this guy. And then her birthday was like the middle of December and they were together and she was posting photos with him, etc.
Got it. Sad. Unfortunate. Okay. Welp. Another one bites the dust. I did like them together, but
may the best heartbreaker win? Question mark?
Yeah. Right? I love that.
Seems
good
like
callback.
India might be the best heartbreaker.
I know.
But I don't know if that means she's winning.
Yeah. Okay. Last thing to touch on is Love Island All-Stars. They have resumed filming. We are still unsure about when All-Stars will air. We will keep you guys posted. Check our socials for more updates there.
Supposedly, I saw something that it might be starting on Friday. But if they have resumed filming, it should be starting shortly.
Soon. Yeah, I agree. And I'm wondering, they might wait till Monday. Yeah.
Regardless, we should be able to put out our first episode for you next week. So
yeah, next week, likely, potentially.
Likely, if you're listening to this on Thursday the 15th, you should expect your first Love Island All-Stars episode in your feed on Thursday the 22nd. Woo-hoo. And as always, please follow us on social media at She's Got the Chat on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Blue Sky, YouTube, and Facebook. You can subscribe to us on all podcast platforms and leave us a rating and a review, 5 stars only, please. If you have criticism, you're always more than welcome to DM us. We are, unlike Nick and Natalie Viall, we are willing to engage with constructive criticism. It's just frustrating when it's in the form of a 1-star review, especially when you can tell that that person did not listen to our podcast. We are always here. We want to make it better. We want y'all to like this. DM us. We're happy to address things that come up. If you would possibly leave your 1-star reviews out of it for now, that would be so great.
Leave them at the door.
Okay, let's get into the season of Love Island Australia.
Let's chat.
All right, so we're starting with week 1. We're obviously going to do a very high-level overview of it all. Our original couples are Isabel and Connor, Zach and Bailey, R.I.P., Sharn and Ross, Cooper and Yana, Jotham and Lacey. Gabby is the day 1 bomb. Let's talk about her boobs.
So Ari and I have been in disagreement about this all season because I believe Gabby when she says they're real.
I absolutely 0% of me believes that.
They look real. And I looked at her Instagram and it seemed like they got larger naturally over time.
No, I think what happened, she went from very flat chested to having like normal sized boobs. And then because she didn't have tiny boobs, when she got implants put in, or maybe a fat transfer, very willing to say that maybe there's not actual implants in there. When she got a fat transfer, it looked natural because she wasn't going from nothing. And so it looked like a natural growth progression.
Okay. You just don't think it's possible her knockers could be that big?
Especially with like the rest of her body, and I just don't think it's possible. And obviously like she's so obsessed with them and always showing them off. It's like, well, that's the exact person who would
get fake boobs,
enhance them.
I don't disagree there. The showing off of them is one of the biggest signs that they could be enhanced.
Yeah, I just think there's absolutely no way that they're real.
Okay.
Or if they are real, she's gotten a significant amount of liposuction in the rest of her body.
Yeah. I just feel like there's no way. I mean, I keep going back to like she's 21 years old. Like, how would I have acted with giant tits that big? I've always had big boobs. So like I know what it's like to have big tits, but hers are so big. And I'm trying to remember, like, what would I have done at 21? Would I have been showing them off? Maybe.
I probably would have.
I wouldn't have been like, they're like, her nipple is almost always visible. Like, just about to be visible. I don't know that I would have ever done that.
Yeah. I just think that to say that they're real is like Kylie Jenner being like, I never got lip injections. Like, at least just level with us so that we know what humans look like and we don't have these like unrealistic body standards to try to achieve. DM us if you know Gabby and you know for a fact that this is not true. But like, I refuse to believe that they're real.
Agreed.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. No, sorry. I'm just saying.
I was like, that was easy.
No, sorry. If you agreed, if you know her, please send us. I'm going to take her word for it. I'm going to hashtag believe women.
I'm going to hashtag not believe women. Just kidding. Obviously, don't give us a 1-star review.
I know, of course. This is a joke. We always believe women.
So Jotham's head starts to turn for Gabby, and then Zach finds out that Bailey doesn't want kids. This is kind of crazy. I feel like this is not a conversation we often see on Love Island, and in the instances that we have seen it, I guess we just have always seen people saying they do want kids. But I'm like, it's crazy to me that he was like, well, I'm here to find my wife, so that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, exactly. I was surprised that he called it off so early, but I sort of wondered if maybe it was just because he didn't actually like her a lot.
And this was his excuse.
And this was a good way out. Yeah.
Australia is racist. I'm sorry. Australia is fucking racist. And
Australia is racist. I agree.
The fact that Bailey went home first, and it's obviously because none of them were into her, which we'll talk about. But like,
I know.
It's really fucked up. I liked her. I thought she had the potential to be an excellent Islander. I low-key hope that she comes back maybe for USA next season or something.
That would be great. I would like that. Yeah, I felt really bad for Bailey. And for her to be one of the first Islanders out is just wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Zach is like trying to avoid Bailey, basically talks to everyone else about it. Bailey is upset. Zach then tries to go for Sharn, and they kiss. Slick Mick comes in as a bomb. He goes on dates with both Lacey and Yana. He is also interested in Isabel. Yana gets the ick from Cooper. She says that he reminds her of her ex. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Got something on the mind there, Yana?
I know. Who you thinking about? Also crazy that Cooper and Kai were at all related in Yana's mind. Right. They are so vastly different to me.
I don't think that you actually got the ick. I think that you were just like, this isn't Kai and I want Kai.
Yes, I agree.
Sharn and Ross had their first kiss. I am so anti this couple.
You don't like Sharn and Ross?
I didn't from the beginning. I didn't at the end. I don't now.
I agree. I don't really like them. I like Ross as like a person. I don't really like Sharn very much. And I don't really think they have any chemistry.
I remember you saying, because you started the season a little bit before I did, and you were like very hesitant, of course, but you were like, I think I like the guys on this season.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason that I really don't like this season, looking back on it, is because that ended up being the case for me. Like, I hate the seasons where I don't like the girls, and I didn't like the vast majority of the girls on this season.
Yeah, that's fair. Same. Honestly.
Specifically Sharn.
Yeah, Sharn was a lot.
And Ross is like fine.
Right. Ross is like funny.
He's fine. He had one really good play that was my play of the season.
Yeah.
But
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. We'll get to it.
But other than that, I'm just like, whatever. He's like a more normal version of Tommy. And like, why do you want that? The entire point of Tommy is that he's Tommy. I don't want him to be more normal.
It's true. That's a really good point. Yeah. We want regular Tommy.
I also had a hard time believing for a while that Sharn was actually into Ross, but I do think that this is for realsies her type.
Yep. I agree.
So Bailey expresses interest in Mick, who I did not like at first, and I really ended up coming around to Mick.
Same. Was it his awesome t-shirts? Because
partially.
Yeah. Was it the hat that he had that said MILF Hunter?
Partially.
Oh my God. And his shirts were incredible. Mick, if you're listening, I need to know where you bought them.
Mick, if you're listening, you need to come out with a clothing line.
Yes. That part. Yes.
Jotham is kind of going back and forth between Lacey and Gabby, two horrific choices. Sorry to say it.
True.
Lacey reminded all of us of Hannah at the beginning, which really terrified me that they were going to bring her back. Thank God they did not do that.
Yeah.
Lacey is telling Gabby that Jotham is telling them two different things, which is not true. So Lacey is like sowing doubt in Gabby to win this battle for Jotham.
Yeah,
I guess.
Also, lest we forget, Lacey is incapable of pronouncing Jotham's name.
Oh my God, she kept calling him Jonathan, which is like, also Jonathan is like objectively harder to say.
Yeah,
than Jotham.
Jontham, and then she kept calling him Gotham and Gothy. Girl, it's giving. I don't know how to pronounce a black man's name.
She also tried to make her tits the main story. She was pulling a Karen Smith from Mean Girls. This bit was like so overdone. Let me tell you what I struggled with Lacey, that I still struggle with. Actually, isn't she dating Mateo?
I think that was just
a joke,
a gag.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, what I really struggle with Lacey is like, I don't know who she is. It feels like everything she does is a performance and is not genuine. And like there's such a disconnect between even her ITMs, which as we talked about on our Monday episode in regards to like why we don't like the secret traitor, ITMs are really supposed to be where you are honest.
Right.
And even her ITMs felt like a performance where she'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. And just like say, like, I was like, who are you? Like, I wanted to shake her and be like, what are you doing? Like, and it all just, it felt so manipulative to like manipulate the audience, to manipulate the men. She was interested in every single person that walked through those doors, and she could be because she's hot enough that they showed interest in her too. Hot enough and white enough and has enough lip filler. Sorry to like body shame. That's definitely not my intention, by the way. Everyone is beautiful.
Of course. But she was just too much. And I agree. She lacked like real depth. And like you don't really know anything about her other than her being like really ditzy and like trying too hard. Also, like she kept saying like, I've got big balls.
Oh,
and like,
and saying that none of the guys, that she'd be like, I have bigger balls than everyone in this villa. And like, it was this really weird, like emasculating thing that she was trying to do to them. And I'm like, but what do you even mean by that? Like, she would never really give examples. It was just like this thing that she did. The same thing with the boob thing where she was like, my right tit is telling me. And I swear to God, she was like, Gabby's boobs are too big. They're taking center stage. How do I make my boobs more important than Gabby's boobs? I know. All Paula Karen Smith. Well, they can tell when it's raining.
I know. It's crazy.
Also, so sorry to do this now. I should have done this in business up top, but I just remembered that we forgot a very important reality TV girly who is now with a woman, and that is, of course, Becca Tilley and Haley Kiyoko.
Yes. Hell yeah. And they're just got engaged.
They did.
Congrats to them.
They got engaged a bit ago, but Becca proposed to Haley somewhat recently.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense because I was like, I thought they were already engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haley proposed to Becca a while ago.
I love that. That's amazing.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Becca has two sisters that are also with women.
Oh, a little queer family.
I know, like, what is in the water? I want to know because I'd like to feed it to my children so they stay away from men. I'd like to dose myself with it. So Jotham is kind of reassuring Lacey that he is still into her. The thing is, like, Jotham is very much in his right to be between two girls this early on in the season. They're just being very weird about it.
Yeah.
He initially told Lacey that he wasn't into Gabby and then decided he was into Gabby. I think primarily because he decided he wasn't into Lacey.
Yep. Agreed.
I didn't really buy it between any of them.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really buy it either. And I didn't really buy it with Jade, for the record.
No, me neither. That's why I said I don't care. Like, I didn't care who won. I didn't want any of the finalists to win.
Totally. Yeah.
The Islanders are told that they have 24 hours to couple up or they risk going home. And at the first fire pit, we see Gabby pick Jotham, Mick pick Yana. Yeah, but this reminds me, by the way, of Laurel. Laurel.
It's Yana, by the way.
I know, but that's why I'm saying this, because I say her name wrong
Laurel
all the time
Yanny.
because I think of Laurel and Yanny.
I'm reading a book right now where one of the main characters' names is Yana, and I see Yana from Australia in my head every time.
Mick picks Yana, Laurel, Yanny. And the girls dump Zach and the boys dump Bailey. Fucked up.
Sad. I liked Zach too.
Is he the one that was...
He was the Olympian.
But he's the one who was like roommates with Zayn or something.
Yes. That too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No. Was that Connor? That's Connor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Connor was roommates with Zayn.
I think that Zach had more potential, but he really like shot himself in the foot with the error of breaking up with Bailey so early on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your funniest moment of the week was Yana not knowing where Europe was. This was crazy. This was her conversation with Jotham, right?
Yes. Yeah. They were talking about South America, and then he was like, okay, well, we're like in Europe right now. And she goes, yeah, I don't know where that is on a map. Babe, what? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Good to know that our education system is not the only one that's broken.
It's true. Thank God for that. All right, moving into week 2. Cooper starts going for Lacey. We see them make out in the bedroom right after the fire pit of Jotham and Gabby coupling up. And Lacey is crying and then goes for Cooper immediately, and they make out in the bedroom. And then Jotham realizes that they just kissed, and he's like, wow, she really moved on really fast.
But also was pissed at him for getting to know Gabby and was trying to interfere with that. And then was like, they had that little moment. I'm pretty sure this is with Cooper. Maybe it was with Kai later on, but where they had a picnic, they laid out a blanket on the ground and literally right in front of Jotham.
Lacey?
Yeah.
Lacey did this with Kai. She had a picnic with Kai.
Okay. Well, regardless, this is her MO to be like, how dare anyone be interested in anyone other than me when I'm interested in everyone?
It's true. Mick and Yana are starting to form a connection, and then Kai, Yana's ex, enters as a bombshell. He first goes on a date with Gabby, and then Lacey and Jotham are kind of hot and cold. She's getting mad at him for giving a peck to Gabby in bed. And then Kai starts to connect with Lacey. This makes Yana start to totally crash out. We see Kai kiss Lacey. That makes it worse. Then, I know. Good.
Just that also when Kai got there, they were fighting. They had this weird public fight in front of all of the other Islanders about who cheated on who.
Yeah.
They both were saying that the other one cheated, and then they were both denying that.
Yes, and we never really got real clarification on what actually happened.
Correct. They just, learned how to communicate, and now things are great.
Right. La la la. So then the Islanders play a game of snakes, and I said Rob reference. Yana ends up kissing Kai in this challenge.
Because they said, kiss somebody who you think has made a sex tape. And she's like, well, I know.
I know.
We get it. You love him.
Right, exactly. So Kai then wants some clarity on what's going on between Lacey and Jotham. Lacey basically tells them that she's open and she's not closing herself off from anyone. And she also tells Kai she doesn't want him to kiss Yana anymore in the challenges.
Again, you can't have any interest in anyone else.
Yes.
While I sit here and entertain the whole villa.
Yes, exactly.
Because my tit tells me to.
Yep.
Ugh.
She's I get to do whatever I want. Rules for thee, not for me. Very much is Lacey's game plan here.
Yes.
So Gabby then goes off on Jotham after Lacey tells her again that Jotham is playing both of them. But then Gabby and Jotham make up the next day. And then Lacey tries to talk to Yana about why Yana's so upset and forces this conversation. Yana keeps trying to avoid it.
She did this multiple times to her, where Yana would just be like, can we just talk tomorrow? And Lacey would be like, no, we have to talk now. And it's actually, it doesn't matter how you feel about the situation.
Right. Yana's the one upset.
Yana is too nice for her own good.
Yeah, I agree. She is. She's very sweet. Yana then explains that she was upset that Lacey wasn't more upfront with her feelings about Kai and them getting together. And then we see this very awkward conversation between so Lacey and Cooper are chatting, and then Kai walks over and tries to initiate a steal. Mm-hmm. But then Cooper kind of blocks the steal, and Lacey is totally hands out. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not saying anything.
Because this is her dream.
Yes. And so then Kai ends up sitting down and just listening to Cooper and Lacey continue their conversation.
Which is a really good move, I have to say.
It is a good move. And it was so awkward. And as an audience member, I was just I'm cringing so hard watching this.
Cooper should have been all right, Lacey, let's go somewhere else.
That's true. What if Kai followed them? That would have been hilarious.
He probably would have, and then it would have been even better. So
yeah,
Cooper messed up on that one. We see a recoupling. At this point, I'm who is Connor and Isabel? I have seen nothing from them. Same thing with Sharn. That honestly lasts for a while. I even to the point where they're dumped, didn't feel like I knew anything about Connor.
Agreed. Nothing.
But they couple up. Gabby and Jotham couple up. Ross and Sharn couple up. Lacey and Kai couple up. Mick and Yana couple up. And Cooper is left single. Tamara and Mateo now enter as bombs. Tamara is Timu Mara Higgins. Yes or no? Yes.
Absolutely yes.
They must be from the same part of Ireland because their accents just remind me so much of each other's.
Well, they both say ting.
Maybe that's why.
Also, just a quick aside, I know that you know this, but for our listeners, I just feel like I have to share. One of my friends recently got to go to the Golden Globes on Sunday. She met so many fucking people. She met Dylan Efron and took a really cute picture with him. She also met fucking Olandria. She said that her experience with Olandria was amazing, that Olandria was so sweet, and that Olandria was like, do you want to take a selfie? And then they started taking a selfie because Olandria initiated it.
That's amazing.
Queen. She also met Mara Higgins, which made me like seethe for a moment. But she said that Mara Higgins was also very, very nice and polite. And when she complimented, she was like, I loved you on Love Island. I loved your season of Love Island. She said, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's amazing. Wait, did she say that anyone was not nice?
Yes. She also met Justin Hartley. And she said, who was in This Is Us.
Yeah. And he is Chriselle's ex-husband.
That's right. So yeah, she said Team Chriselle today. Yeah, she was like, he was pretty like neutral, like kind of rude a little bit toward her, a little cold toward her. Like he was annoyed by her coming up to him.
Yeah, I believe that. Love.
Yeah. She also met Jan from Dancing with the Stars and Taylor Swift. I don't know who this person is, but that did happen. She took a picture with him as well.
He's a pro on Dancing with the Stars.
Nice.
So after Tamara and Mateo come in, they play a game. Mick and Cooper are both interested in Tamara. For the first like several weeks, I could not tell the difference between Tamara and Isabel to save my life.
Wow. Isabel would be offended by that statement.
She should be. I hope she hears it. No, not she should be. That's mean to Tamara. I don't care because I don't like her.
Yes.
Lacey kisses Mateo in the challenge. Jesus effing Christ, Lacey.
Yeah.
Kai kisses Yana again. Yana, Jesus Christ. Yanni and Laurel. Yanni. You know how Clues has been calling Rob has a podcast?
Rob has a podcast. It's really funny.
I'm just going to call Yana Yanni. Laurel.
Okay. Perfect. Yanni Laurel.
Lacey gets mad that Kai kissed Yana despite the fact that she kissed Mateo. Mateo shows interest in Isabel. Very bold. Everyone is like, how bold? They're like mom and dad.
Very bold.
Cooper and Mick start up a rivalry. One of my favorite parts of the season. Mick does everything he can do to get under Cooper's skin. This is, I think, actually really was the turning point for me with Mick, where I was just like, oh, he is so unserious and so funny.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, he was hysterical with this. And I hate Cooper. Cooper sucks. Yeah.
Tamara, understandably, did not seem that interested in Cooper, and Mara's funniest moments of the week were Lacey trying to explain being 7 connections away from Kim K.
She could not explain it at all.
She just gave up.
She was just, like, no, but like, she could not even explain the concept of being 7 degrees away from another person.
Right.
Which was insane.
This is what I'm saying. She just says things without like any substance to it. Mm-hmm. You're just like, you think that that's like a funny thing to say.
Right.
But then when it comes time to like back it up, or somebody asks you a question about it, or like you have to dig any deeper, there's just like an empty pit in your brain.
Yes, exactly.
She also apparently did not know the difference between a saint or a sinner and which is good or bad.
She thought they were both bad.
This was the season of what? Of Wicked Sins?
Yes.
Why does Australia always do this?
I don't know. They don't need to do it. Just be the show. There doesn't need to be a theme.
Exactly. It's every year. Like the Eras one was really tough for me.
Same.
That was the Tyra and Kale season, I think.
No, that was just last season.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I thought last season was something else. The Eras tour went on forever, so I'm pretty sure that was 2 seasons ago. The Eras one, and then last season was something else.
You might be right. Damn. If that was 2 years ago, then time really is a construct. My God.
Pretty sure it was. Connor and Isabel go on a date. Who cares?
Right. That's all I have.
Week 3, we see Yanni. Laurel is really overwhelmed and her feelings for Kai are returning shocking. It's almost like they never went away. Next note, this is brutal. Lacey sets up a date for Kai. Ross has interest in Tamara and he says she's definitely got the chat.
Yes.
And then we see a recoupling. Mateo picks Lacey. LOL. How is everyone falling for this?
I know. It's pretty wild.
Tamara picks Mick. And then we see Yanni, Laurel couple up with Kai. Gabby couple with Jotham. Connor couple up with Isabel. And Ross and Sharon couple up, leaving Cooper single and dumped.
Right. And he was very absent from all of their social media if they could help it because he got arrested.
For what?
Do you remember? I don't remember. Why did Cooper Love Island? Oh, he got in a fight. He attacked 2 men during a karaoke bar fight.
Not a karaoke fight.
Not a karaoke fight. That's crazy.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh, but I think it happened before. At least this Daily Mail article says upcoming Love Island star breaks silence on bar fight sentencing and admits he failed to reveal brawl to show producers ahead of new season. I mean, did they like not do a background check?
Probably not. Do they ever?
I feel like we've talked about this before. I feel like sometimes they do and then they choose people that are problematic.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the moment between Mick and Cooper at this dumping?
Oh, God, I forget.
It was good. Mick said something really good. Mick gets the ick for Tamara because of the tanner on her hands, which is rough. Really, really bad.
I know. I felt really bad.
For her?
Yeah.
I mean, she needs to fix that.
It was bad. It was bad. Like, Nick is not wrong. It was bad. But I did feel bad because, like, she can. That's a fixable thing.
Definitely.
You know?
What does this mean? The Islanders do an Adam and Eve challenge and Kai gets petty.
So the Islanders do an Adam and Eve challenge and Kai gets petty toward Lacey. He's like, if you're going to get mad at me about like, because now she's coupled up with Mateo. And so he's like, as payback, he's like, I'm going to go all in with Yana in this challenge.
Which is such a fucked up thing to use somebody who genuinely cares about you as a pawn.
Agreed.
Him and Lacey get into a fight. Sharn is unsure if Ross likes her. I feel like he's not showing enough physical affection for her. Gabby and Jotham go to the hideaway. Yanni, Laurel, is trying to form a connection with Mateo, but he is into Tamara, which I loved. I feel like the doors have been opened by Pepe and Iris.
I agree.
And Yanni, Laurel confides in Kai.
So then Lacey and Kai share a shower, which is
controversial.
Spicy. Very controversial, very spicy.
This is a really good example of what I don't like about Lacey is that even like during this, she kept being like, we were just in the shower, like in her ITMs. And I'm like, can you at least like give us like a giggle or like, there's just like nothing there.
Yes, agreed. Nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Lacey, Yana, and Gabby are then all vulnerable due to a superfan vote, and Jotham, Mateo, and Ross, who were voted the most liked by the superfans, decide to dump Lacey from the villa. Kai and Yana then start to bond, and Mick and Tamara go on a date, and she hopes that Mick will open up, but he really doesn't. Then the boys go on speed dates with 2 new bombs, Mia and Boston, while the girls are in a theater watching.
Which they almost always do in Australia, so you should know that this is coming.
Yeah. Gabby then gets upset with Jotham saying he wouldn't usually date someone like her on the outside. He also called her immature on the date.
Emotionally immature, yeah.
Emotionally immature, yes. And Boston and Mick know each other already. I'm just making a note of that, really. And then we see Ross and Boston seem to hit it off. And we move into week 4, where Alex enters as a bombshell and speed dates all the girls right after they've all watched the guys date Boston and Mia.
Which is such a disadvantage, honestly, because he's not going to have a good sense of who he actually has a chance with because they're all like using him to get back. The ones that are of them that are mad are using him to get back at their partners preemptively.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in this exact vein, he seems to hit it off with Gabby and Sharn, two people who are actively angry at their partners. So they all return to the villa and reveal that they saw the boys dating. Sharn's all pissed off at Ross, but she doesn't want to have to fight for him between her and another girl. And Gabby is pissed off at Jotham because of what he said, and he tries to tell her that he just worded things wrong. I understood why Gabby was pissed off about him saying that he wouldn't date her on the outside, but I did also understand where Jotham was coming from, because the way that he worded it was like, I wouldn't have normally gone for her on the outside, but like I've met someone who I wouldn't normally go for on here, which is like a fine thing to say.
Also, like, you are, again, within your rights to be getting to know other people. Ideally, I mean, like I said, you should know that you're on Australia and they're probably watching these dates, because if they leave, if you are not in the same place and you're speed dating, like, just know.
Yes.
In the first few weeks of the season, that's happening. But he's all right to say this to them. It is a bummer that it was seen, but you kind of just have to own it. Like, don't walk it back and say, oh, I said that wrong. Like, no, you said what you said.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Mick then encourages Tamara to go for Mateo, and we see Mick and Mia start to bond. Hilarious. He just lobs it up. He's like, hey, you know what? You should totally go for Mateo so that I don't have to dump you, and I'm going to go for Mia.
Mm-hmm.
The Islanders then play the kissing challenge, and this is where they start to divide against Boston and Mia. During the kissing challenge, we see Connor rate Isabel a 9.1, even though he knew it was her. She's very pissed off about that. And then Sharn starts to get really snarky toward Ross. And then we also see Kai and Yana share a kiss. And then we get into more of the girl drama. So the divide between the girls starts to get a lot worse. They start to talk shit about Boston. And then Mick gets involved. And then the girls get into this big fight with Mia, where Isabel is basically telling her to like shut up the whole time. They didn't like that Boston and Mia had told the boys that they had felt unwelcomed by the girls. And the girls were like, you should have talked to us, you stupid fucking bitch. Like, that was the energy.
Like, we'll prove you wrong. We'll make you feel more unwelcome than ever before.
Yep, exactly.
I hated this.
Yes. Although Ross's brother did make a very funny reel where he was like, excuse me, a 10 is talking.
About Mia?
About Isabel.
Oh.
Being like, no, Mia, I'm sorry. Stop. A 10 is talking. Like, you need to.
I mean, basically, that's how she feels about herself.
That was the energy. Exactly.
Mia, we said, looked like, what was her name? Francesca.
Yes, Francesca from, I forget her last name, from season 5 of UK.
Yeah. I really liked Mia, and I wished that she had had a better time in the villa.
She also looked a little bit like the girl from Skins, Effie.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever played Effie on Skins.
People thought that.
UK. Mm-hmm.
Mia goes on a date with Jotham, and Tamara wrote, I think, Mick.
Yeah, it was unclear.
Oh, I'm pretty sure because, yes, Mick definitely went on a date with both of them. I remember that.
Okay. All right.
Alex goes on a date with Gabby and Sharn, the two scorned women. Mm-hmm. Boston goes on a date with Ross and Mick. This is so weird. This like, well, won't they between Boston and Mick when they know each other on the outside?
Yeah, I agree.
Gabby starts to get more frustrated with Jotham, LOL. Gabby gets mad at Jotham for talking about sex with Boston, Mia, and Mateo. This is crazy. Like, she was so upset that he would dare talk to anyone else about sex. I thought this conversation was like very friendly, personally. Yeah. And like, you don't have any right to control what he talks about.
I agree. This was crazy. It was such a neutral conversation about sex. And for her to like overhear it and be like, how dare you talk about that? She was being very like helicopter-y with him.
She was literally like standing near to where the conversation was, eavesdropping, and then went down and pouted. And then he came out and was like cuddling her for a while before she even like admitted that she was pissed at him.
Yep.
She is a child.
She is. She's
Jotham is right that he needs somebody more emotionally mature.
Yeah, agreed.
We see our recoupling now. Boston couples up with Ross. Mia couples up with Mick. Alex picks Sharn. This leaves Mateo and Tamara single, and Sophie tells them that they get to couple up. Oh my God, how perfect.
I know.
I feel like this season there were moments like this where I'm just like, that's too heavy-handed.
Yeah, I agree. It was like, certainly they could have found a way to like game mechanics wise to make this work so that they could just couple up with each other.
That's what it is. It felt lazy. Maybe not heavy-handed, lazy. I'm like, there could have been another way for this to be the outcome, but you're just gonna be like, and you two are the final two and you're getting to know each other. Perfect. You're a couple now. Like, yeah, be more creative.
Yeah, like maybe do it so like the girls pick and like or like the boys pick and like Tamara has to like say why she wants to couple up with Mateo.
Right.
Or whatever, vice versa.
Yes, exactly. Mia tells Gabby that Jotham was saying that he was open on their date during the day. Gabby is pissed. Has he told you that he's closed off? Why are you mad? Alex then tells Jotham, well, Gabby was actually flirty with me on my date. She's like, I wouldn't say I was flirty with you. Would you? And he's like, yeah. And like, she was.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy of the girls. I can't.
Yeah. It's not it.
Jotham says that he feels like he's walking on eggshells with Gabby and he is over the conflict. Sharn then kind of gives Ross an ultimatum regarding his connection with Boston, and she gets mad at him for talking to Boston about his relationship with her, which is a major red flag. Like, if anybody is ever like, you can't talk to anybody else about a relationship, that's very controlling behavior. And also, like, sorry, but that's the entire point of the show, is that you sit around all day and talk to everyone about your relationship. So
yeah, it's also like really hard to avoid given the fact that you all live together.
Yeah.
For Sharn to set up that boundary for Ross to not talk to Boston at all. Like, that would be so awkward if he was like, sorry, Boston, I'm not going to discuss my relationship with Sharn in any context. Like, what he was saying to Boston wasn't even that deep.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Stupid.
And like, of course, also if you're getting to know somebody, they're going to be talking about like the other connections that they have in the villa. It's just the name of the game. Like, it is.
Literally.
Kai and Yanni Laurel then go into the hideaway. You want to talk about Kai's outfit? I wouldn't call it an outfit.
A sock?
He puts a sock over his dick. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen on TV.
It has a picture of him on it.
It is not attractive.
It is not attractive, I agree, but it was, I was like, okay, someone's packing. I get if that's the case, I get why Yana is dickmatized.
Yeah. She certainly is, and they bone, and her little stuffed animal is like shaking on the side of the bed.
Oh my god, the poor bear, the traumatized bear.
There's no way that's that bear's first time in that bed. We see the heart rate challenge, and the most notable thing is that Isabel's heart rate was raised the most by Mick. You didn't put this, but I would definitely say that the funniest part of week 4 was the sock.
I agree.
Moving into week 5, we see Isabel. Oh, right. Okay. Hold on. Going back to the heart rate challenge. So after the heart rate challenge, the girls are talking and they start, and Sharn specifically kind of starts to go in on Mick and how Mick was being inappropriate during the challenge. And she says, all the other guys like asked us, can I first? And Boston and Mia are like, that didn't happen. And
that's right.
It was like a really fucked up moment where Sharn was like trying to say that Mick crossed boundaries with them during a challenge where like the point is to like raise her. Like, this is the point of the challenge. And she just fucking lied about it by saying that the other guys did something and like asked for consent that they just absolutely didn't, nor did any of them have to.
Right.
But basically they're trying to come up with justification for why Isabel's heart rate was raised by Mick.
Yes,
not Connor.
Because she hates the fact that happened.
Yeah, she feels betrayed by her heart.
Yes.
So then week 5, we're moving into week 5, and the fallout of this is still happening. And she gets Connor to be mad about it. And she's like, Mick was like thrusting in my face.
And Mick literally motorboated Gabby. during the challenge.
Which, like, I'm pretty sure that Gabby was like, I'm surprised he's the first one who did it. And like, same. That's what the challenge is for.
That's what her tits are there for.
Yes. Gabby was fine with it. And you should have
Totally
been fine with
with
it too. Or honestly, you should not have been on the show.
Yeah.
Or you should have said beforehand to everyone, like, this is my boundary. I don't want you to do X, Y, and Z with me. But like this was like a really messed up, targeted thing towards Mick that made me feel really bad for him. Mick and Connor and Isabel get into a fight, and then Mick makes it worse by like making a comment about Isabel that then kind of did make him the villain. But I'm still on Mick's side.
What did he say? I forget.
He was like, said something about like, I'm gonna bend your girl over or something.
Forgot about that. I remember Ross was like, you said that.
Yeah, Ross was like, bro, you can't do that. Because Mick like was recounting to him what happened. But then Mick did go and apologize to Isabel and Connor, which is like annoying because he was not in the wrong to begin with, but then he put himself in the wrong.
Yeah.
The superfans answer who their favorite Islander is, and in the most beautiful, unexpected moment of the season, we see Isabel sent home.
Good job. Good job, superfans.
Side note. Did I send you that video that said there are like, it was an ex-Islander and he was like, everyone's saying that there are no super fans and it's just the producers. I can assure you there are super fans. There's probably like 20 of them.
12. I heard 12.
Maybe he said 12. What?
I think he said 12. 12?
So then it's what, like 12 the producers' friends? Like who? What?
Right. Who are the super fans? I need you to come forward. I don't care if you signed an NDA.
Because they definitely have signed an NDA and they have to be extremely strictly, like they obviously can't be talking about the season before it airs.
Right.
But they just need to do it live. Fuck the super fans. They just need to do the whole shit live like they do everywhere else.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Do you know what that is? That's an old reference.
I don't, but that's exactly what they should say.
It's a meme. Yeah. I agree. They need to do it live. They claim to not do it because of when summer and winter occur in Australia. They don't want to have, but I'm like, but you're doing summer in fall. Or sorry, spring.
But also
like they're
airing it in the spring. They film in Europe, wherever that is.
Right, they're in Mallorca.
So why does it matter?
I think they're there like 6 months prior, so it'd be
But I'm saying
summer.
it doesn't matter. Why does it matter what season it is in Australia?
Right. I think it's because I guess they want to line it up better to whatever season is active. Because, I think it's like All Stars or like the winter seasons of Love Island where it's like we're in the winter time, but we see all these people in bikinis. There's something about that that's not clicking.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, something about knowing that they filmed 3 different winners and then just showed us the one that won also is not clicking.
I agree. So, I think we can all get past the season of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially given, like, sorry to Australia and everyone below the equator, but you're living in an above the equator world. Respectfully.
Northern Hemisphere supremacy.
Northern Hemisphere. Thank you. I couldn't remember. You're living in a Northern Hemisphere world.
I'm dead. That's so funny.
I apologize to the Southern Hemisphere. It's like a right-handed, left-handed privilege thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the season thing is much less of an issue for me than having 20 people in charge of the fate of all of the Islanders. And like I said, literally like faking, yay, we won. Like, yeah, that's just, it makes it a way worse season than, oh no, I'm wearing a sweater and they're wearing a bikini. What will I do? Get over it.
Get over it.
I have binge watched seasons of Love Island at all times during the year and it always hits.
Yep. Agreed.
Connor obviously leaves with Isabel, and you wrote that they refused to do an exit interview. I would say that she refuses to do an exit interview. He's just like along for the ride. This is it's giving Shelley and Ace of like, the audience doesn't like us. Well, fuck you. I don't care. And it's like, that is not helping at all.
Period.
Tamara and Mateo start to fall apart. They're just like not on the same wavelength at all.
Yep. Then we get Hotel Amor.
This is a different Hotel Amor than the previous Hotel Amor. This is like Hotel Amor meets Casa Amor. I feel like they're slowly transitioning Australia to Casa Amor.
To Casa. Again, another one I don't understand why they don't
just do it. Yeah.
Just do it. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. All right, well, right before Hotel Amor, Kai and Yana, they're alerted that the boys will be going on a date with 2 girls. Kai and Yana set boundaries of not kissing anyone until they speak with the other person.
This is actually kind of crazy that they let them do this, but it's just because they knew what was going to happen and they knew that Kai was going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
But like usually they would never allow this conversation before
I know.
like this.
We very rarely get like a boundary conversation before like a Casa situation. Yeah, for that very reason.
Especially between the announcement and the event itself.
Exactly. Yes. Jade and Emma are the first bombs, and all the boys meet them at a beach club. Emma ends up going to Hotel Amor with Kai, and Jade ends up going with Jotham. So we see Jade and Jotham share a kiss when they're asked to by the superfans, and then we also see them kiss later in bed. And then Emma and Kai also kissed when asked by the superfans, and then also kiss later in bed. But then Kai's also like naked, walking around the room. He's taking a shower. She goes into the bathroom. We don't know what happens in the bathroom, but we can hear them talking, and he keeps saying that she's so naughty, and they kiss in bed. And he's like obviously going to bed naked. It's like it's very sexualized.
I don't really get the point of them being like, there are no cameras.
Right.
They mean there are no cameramen.
Right.
Camera people.
But there are when they're filming like the pool.
I know, like they mean at night, which is also the case in the villa.
Kind of the same.
Last season when I saw this and they announced it, I was like, wait, so we're just gonna like now come back and it will have happened?
Right. I was like, they're not gonna show us?
But
what
they
the fuck?
do. They just like don't have cameras in the bathroom, probably because it's a hotel where like the toilet is in the same place as the shower and you can't have a camera.
It's also like you can't have cameras in the bathroom in the actual villa.
Well, that's what I mean. Like they have cameras in like the shower and the getting ready area, but not in the toilet. Like obviously.
Right. Not in the toilet. Yeah. Yeah. And to your point, yes, can't have a camera in there. Yeah. I don't know.
Emma recently came out and made a TikTok and was like, everyone's been asking if the producers told me to choose Kai, and they did not. But yeah, they suggested it.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, no shit. And like they had like very quick speed dates 3 and 3 before they had to make their decision. So I'm sure that you're going to just like, especially if you're not a seasoned reality TV person, you're just going to be like, oh, they told me to do this, I'm going to do that.
Right. Right. Plus, yeah, you know, he's good looking.
I guess.
I mean, he's no Rob.
I actually don't think he's attractive, like, at all.
At all?
No.
I think that I can understand why he's attractive. I don't think that I am attracted to him.
Also,
he does lick his mouth a lot. He's like Barty Crouch Jr. in Harry Potter.
Everyone was saying he's like a lizard, but he's like fucking Barty Crouch Jr. He also, since this has come out, and said that it's because he, I think, was like had quit smoking or vaping or something.
Oh, okay, good for him.
I'm pretty sure.
Health kick.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. Well, Ross then breaks it off with Boston and decides to commit to Sharn. And then we see Alex and Sharn also break things off. Poor Alex getting strung along here.
Yeah, he was set up for failure.
He was. Boston and Mick then start to hit it off. And we see Dylan and Bailey then enter for Hotel Amor. So Dylan goes to Hotel Amor with Yana and Bailey goes with Mia. Yana ends up swerving the kiss with Dylan, but Mia does kiss Bailey. But Mia also ITMs that she's been thinking about Alex and she's interested in him. She tried to lob that one up for her herself. Then Sophie comes back in and we're getting our Casa Amor reveal. Kai and Yana both return on their own. We also see Dylan and Emma enter the villa as singles. So then Emma shares a little bit of what had happened at the Hotel Amor around the fire pit. Yana's all pissed off. All the Islanders are pissed off. And then we see Jotham return with Jade. Everyone's pissed. Gabby in particular is really pissed. And then we see Mia return with Bailey. And we see Yana get angry with Kai for crossing the established boundary. And he's having a really hard time understanding this.
He's like, but we're open. It's like, yeah, but you literally, what are you talking about? You agreed to this thing. We saw you agree to it.
Right.
You know why she had that conversation with you at that point. You knew exactly what the fuck you were doing.
Right.
I speak to you, Yanni Laurel. This will just continue to happen. It will just
Exactly.
continue to happen. Even though we never got clarity on who cheated on who, I have a pretty good idea.
Pretty good idea. Seems pretty obvious. So we move into week 6, and Gabby goes off on Jotham. Kai is not understanding initially what boundaries specifically he crossed because he keeps saying we're open. We said we were open, blah, blah, blah. Gabby like fully crashes out. She also gets mad at the girls for talking to Jade and Emma.
She literally also tells all the boys, like, if you speak to Jotham anymore, we're not friends.
That's right. She's crazy.
She's so crazy.
We also see Tamara and Mateo get into a fight. He thinks that she is giving him nothing, and she says she feels too much pressure. And then Mia tells Alex that she's interested in him. He feels the same way. And we see Dylan and Gabby start to build a little bit of a relationship.
Yeah. We then see Kai apologizing to Yanni Laurel. Mick starts to flirt with Emma. This pisses off Boston. Like, I just wish that they had never even explored this potential between the two of them. It really pissed me off.
Yeah.
Sophie alerts them that in order to clean up the villa, they're going to do something they have never done before, in which the OG Islanders will pick who stays and who goes. Because this is actually wild. Up until this point, only OG Islanders have been dumped, and every single bombshell is still in the villa.
Yeah, I know.
That is actually kind of crazy.
It is pretty crazy, yeah. It's shocking.
It's because you chose a horrible starting lineup. I hope that helps.
And that's tea. Also, they got rid of two good people at the very beginning. Zach and Bailey.
Yeah.
Like, keep them around.
The Islanders end up sending home Alex, Bailey, Boston, and Mia. LOL.
Sad.
Poor Boston and Mia.
I know. They got fucked.
Boston goes off at Mick and like jabs him and is like, everyone from home knows that you suck. Crazy.
Yeah.
Then we see, I believe, our first Subway sponsorship, Mr. Love Island.
Not our first in the show, but at the very beginning of the season, Subway put out a whole thing with all of the OG Islanders' favorite sub orders.
Oh, wow.
And I actually had my friend Mary, who used to work at Subway. She was a sandwich artist, as they're called.
Are they really?
Yes. Isn't that hilarious?
I love that.
She also met her husband working at Subway.
That's a beautiful love story.
They took engagement photos at Subway.
That's so
and Subway
cute.
sent them a bunch of free merch. It was very cute. Anyway, so Mary, expert at Subway, then she very kindly wrote out all of the Islanders. She wrote her first impressions of the Islanders. Did not look at any photos of them. Didn't know anything about them. Just judged them based off of their sandwich order. She was pretty good at it. I intended to make a video about it at the beginning, but then I didn't get it until like maybe halfway through the season, her feelings about it. So I might make a video for it now.
You should, as promo for this episode.
Yeah, totally.
A true sandwich artiste.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
She was good. Yeah, it was really funny.
What I mean by the first is we have 2 literally Subway themed episodes in which they wear Subway bathing suits.
Yes. I do kind of want one.
It worked on you.
It did.
This is the first of those.
The sub sandwich on the ass of the bikini was hilarious.
Didn't they have also like sub blow up pool toys?
Yes, I think they did.
Sub boobs.
I was just wondering, the boob. I think it was just yellow.
Okay,
and green on
Lacey.
top. My right boob is telling me. I'm just kidding.
They have to do like a talent, and Dylan's talent is licking? ?
Yeah, it was the most like unhinged one that I saw.
Ross wins. Tamara and Mateo break up. I kind of like these really quick recaps.
I know.
Movie night time. We see Sharn talking shit about Ross. He understandably is not here for it. He feels like he's seeing another side of her. You are. It sucks.
Yeah.
The girls really go after Emma and Jade. They fucking hate anyone that's not them. They're like, we got rid of Boston and Mia. Now we have to deal with these New Zealand bitches. By the way, the Kiwi accent is so fucking weird.
Gibby.
And I didn't feel like Emma's was quite as weird, but Jade's particularly was so weird.
She has a very funny accent. Yeah. It just reminded me of Summer Heights High. Just like her voice was so Jamae. It was so Jamae coded. It was just like, "Hi, I'm Jamae, J-A-apostrophe-M-I-E," just like,
No, I never saw that.
I'm a Kiwi girl. Oh, wow. Oh my God.
I've never even heard of it.
It's so funny.
Is it a movie?
Oh my God. I love Summer Heights High. No, it's a TV show. It's what's his face? Fuck, I'm blanking on everyone's name. Chris something.
Hemsworth. Pine.
No. You're not gonna know his name. Chris Lilly. And Chris Lilly plays 3 different characters. He plays a theater teacher. He plays Jamae, who was like a preppy, like entitled girl, and he plays one other person, I forget his name, who was just like a young awkward boy. And it's just such a funny show. I highly recommend you should watch it. That's my plug.
Maybe. Emma tries to tell Yanni Laurel that she needs to be careful with Kai. She's like, this is actually one of the most iconic moments of the season. Why would you get back with him? He's a dog.
Yeah. And then they're like, why are you laughing? Rah, 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 rah. They just go off on her.
Yeah, they get mad at her. How dare you go against one of these OG girlies?
Mm-hmm.
Jade accuses Gabby of being a clout chaser. She's like, if I needed clout, I wouldn't come here. I would just go outside and take a selfie. This was a pretty iconic episode.
Yeah, this was good.
Emma says that she looks foolish regarding Mick just hopping around from bomb to bomb. Sharn and Ross kind of fight, but end up making up. This here was my play of the season. They're sitting upstairs. I think it was Sharn and Yana? I don't remember who. I think it was Sharn, Yana, and Kai. And Ross comes up and pretends like he's on the phone and talking to his mom.
With his mom,
Yeah. And he's like, yes, I know. Yes, I'm going to forgive her. I know she's great. Yes, we're using protection. Okay, I'll give her a kiss. And it just made her laugh. And like immediately the tension was gone. It was such an artful play. I've never seen anything like this on Love Island.
It was, you know who else was up there? Mick. Because Mick was clearly like, fuck, I wish I thought of that. No, I agree. This was so slick and it was so artful is a great word for it. Yeah, I loved it. This was definitely a top tier play for me as well.
Our final bombs, I don't even remember. Josh and Cody. I guess I kind of remember Cody because Dylan, after the season, she kept saying that Dylan should have split the money with her.
Yeah.
Dylan goes on a date with Cody. Gabby crashes out, of course. Her and Dylan get into a huge fight. What did you expect, Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
Josh goes on a date with either Emma or Gabby.
I wasn't sure.
Dylan and Gabby end things. She starts to form a connection with Josh. Josh and Gabby and Dylan and Cody couple up. Sharn and Ross go into the hideaway. And then we see a date with Kai and Yana. They make it exclusive. He says specifically, I'd like to be exclusive in here.
Yeah, in here. Just in here, Yana. Don't get any crazy
They're literally
ideas.
about to leave.
I know.
Also, why did we need this date like one episode before our final date?
I know.
So dumb.
Yeah. It's so that they could LL4.
Yeah, they needed to, I guess, string it out. Tamara and Mateo are sent home.
And this was like a production sent home. They were like, hey, you guys are sucking. Go home.
They were like, your relationship is not romantic anymore. You can't be here. Another very lazy producer play.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So then the couples have to vote for the couple that they think won't make it outside of the villa. But before this vote can occur, Gabby decides to self-eliminate. So she and Josh both go home. Then we get our final dates. They all go on a yacht together. And we see Kai and Yana say that they love each other.
Shocking.
Then Sophie offers them all money. And I have enjoyed this general ploy that they offer here. And for the first time in history, it's going to start raining men. Dylan takes the money.
He does.
I loved it.
Which means, because the total is $50K, Kai and Yana end up winning $30K that they split. So Dylan financially walks away as the number one winner of the season.
Absolutely.
Iconic.
Yeah, he reduces the pot by $20K and Cody has to go home And then Mick and Emma are also dumped.
Well, they kind of made like Cody sit there and like watch the rest of the rose, or not the rose ceremony, but the fire pit.
Yeah.
And then
It was awkward.
let her go. It was really awkward.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dylan takes the money and they're just like, all right, bye. Like, leave. And he has to walk out right then and there.
This is also kind of a play game for me.
I agree.
This was good. This was really good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that moves us into week 7 in our finale. So we see them get calls from home, and then we see the truth bike. And I did like the truth bike on the very last half of this because they decided to bring back the most recently dumped Islanders who had all just partied the night before and were deeply hungover.
Yeah, that was
and
amazing.
willing to spill some tea. I loved this.
Yes.
So Gabby, Dylan, Cody, Mateo, Tamara, and Josh all return. Oh, and Mick and Emma. And then so we learned that Emma and Connor of Isabel and Connor had known each other pre-villa, and he had sent some spicy, aka nude, photos to her.
Yes.
They had also planned to be coupled up together.
Yeah, he was
had
going to
said that
like
he
be
was gonna
with
wait for her.
whoever until she got there. Crazy. Makes you
Crazy.
think differently about mom and dad.
It sure does. We also learned that Josh and Tamara had hooked up the night before and that Dylan got jealous of Cody.
So did Emma and Mick.
Oh, they hooked up? Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, my God, that's right. Oh, my God, that's right. I forgot. Yes, so Mick and Emma also had sex, and that broke Mick's 18-month celibacy streak.
Mm-hmm. Which you thought was a red flag.
I thought it was maybe a red flag because it was giving slight, legitimately incel Islander vibes.
No, I don't think so.
But I was just like, I mean, if this really was just by, like, choice, like no one is interested in me and I just don't want to have sex, okay, fool. I just wasn't sure if this was like I hate women, so I'm not fucking any women.
I don't think
until
so.
I find one that's quote unquote high value, you know,
one that's not high body count. At Angie K, high body count hair by
At
Angie K,
K.
trademark.
Yeah. Also at Dylan, who remember last season shit on Sophie for her body count.
Did he shit on? Oh yeah, he shit on her for her body count, and then he also called her out for. Did she like suck Zayn's dick
He
or
like
something
slut
in
shamed
Hotel
her.
Amore?
Yeah, she sucked Zayn's dick,
which was a bad move on her, a bad play on her part.
It was bad play. Yeah. All right. Well, our winners of Love Island Australia season 7 are Yana and Kai.
Yanni, Laurel,
Kai. All right, Ari, let's do our awards. Who was your MVP?
I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Yana or maybe Mick. I don't feel that strongly about it. What about you?
I think I'm going to go with Mick just because he gave me like the biggest turnaround. Like I really didn't like him and now I really like him. And I also think on social media, he's doing a good job.
He is. But he also was like, how am I the first Islander with drip? And then everyone is like sending him pictures of
Kale, hopefully.
Oh, not even. Mimi and
yes. Emma. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's a little bit big-headed. I'm going to go with Yana because there were so many times during the season that she could have left. And also, like, she legitimately went through the ringer emotionally in a way that none of them did because, like, this was her actual, like, longish term partner that she cared about. Like, it was kind of crazy seeing them do their call home.
Yeah, I agree.
It seemed like their parents were happy about it. Their families were happy about it. But yeah, I think Yana, just because of what she put herself through on the season. And also, she's a plumber, and that's fucking badass.
I know. She is a plumber, and that's so cool. I love that.
Who was your most toxic?
Probably... God, it's a tie. I'm going to go with Gabby. Just because she crashed out a lot, and I feel like she didn't really get it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think Gabby as well. Specifically for everything that happened after her and Jotham broke. I don't know. No, specifically for everything she did the entire season.
Yeah. Lacey's a close runner-up, though.
Yeah, she just wasn't there long enough to match up to Gabby. Thank God, honestly. But
I know.
Yeah, I mean, so controlling of Jotham, like pretending like she wasn't flirting with Alex when she absolutely was. And then like telling everybody in the entire villa that they couldn't talk to him anymore. Like she just is a lot.
Yeah, she's a lot. What was your LOL moment of the season?
I really don't even know. I feel like it was the thing that I couldn't find that Mick said to Connor when he was dumped. Or not Connor. Cooper.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I would say maybe Kai's penis sock, perhaps.
Yeah.
I think maybe like them boning with the bear. That was a pretty funny scene, just in general.
What was your error of the season?
Ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna give it to the producers for dumping Bailey in Boston and giving those bombs like zero chance.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm gonna give it to Isabel for ostracizing Mia in Boston.
Yeah, it's fair. Okay, yeah, Isabel's a good one.
You meant Zach. Wait, did you say Bailey and did you mean Zach?
I said Bailey and Boston, but because I'm thinking just like they did not set these black women that they had up for any success whatsoever.
Oh, I understand. I thought you meant Zach in Boston. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Isabel for really leading the charge on ostracizing those girls and obviously putting a sour taste in the 12 super fans, 12 mouths.
Yep. Yeah. And I think we're going to have the same one for this. What was your most shocking moment?
Wait, you do? What was yours?
I'm Dylan taking the money.
Oh, obviously.
Right?
Yeah.
I did not. You can't. Yeah. You would have never seen that coming.
I obviously did not come up with my words before this. I apologize.
I didn't either. It's okay. I didn't either. But I like it. Off the dome. It's good.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that concludes season 7 of Love Island Australia. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap.
Done and dusted. Do it live next time.
Fuck it. Do it live. I dare you.
Okay, we will be back on Monday for episodes 4 and 5 of The Traitors.
I literally can't fucking wait.
You won't want to miss it.
I can't wait to watch all the more Rob edits.
No, literally our entire
so
FYP.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's all Rob edits.
It literally
You're
is.
so welcome.
And they're so good. It's the so like slow-mo of him like putting the tarot cards in his pocket, seeing the ab, and then him going, fuck you. That does it for me every goddamn time.
I know. Every time. But also the one where he's blindfolded and he's picked to be a traitor and he does this little lip bite.
Oh. You posted that. Do you like that?
I know.
Mara texted me and was like, is this too unhinged to post? If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to our Instagram at She's Got the Chat.
Go to our Instagram. I was like trying to do like a teaser. I was like, I've found so many good Rob edits and there's so many good pictures. I was like, I need to post this. And I also made that one meme, so it worked out. But it was like,
that was a really excellent meme. It's
thank you,
absolutely
accurate.
The most, yeah. I never would have thought of it. Genius.
I'm surprised I didn't actually mention it because I've just been thinking of it all week. I was like, everyone's getting annoyed at me talking about this.
We're not going to tell you what we're talking about. You have to go to our Instagram to find out.
See you there. All right. See you on Monday, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us at She's Got the Chat on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, and YouTube. Rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. Please share us with a friend, an enemy, a coworker, a family member, a local politician. Bye.